Hello class, my name is Braden Kirby. I'm a senior here at Henderson State University. I'm fixing to graduate with a bachelor's degree in integrated studies. And three things I want you to know about me is I'm very hardworking, I'm kind, and I love to hunt and fish, and I love the outdoors. And that kind of leads me to my areas of emphasis, which include business and Parks and Rec. I chose business because I've always been around the business. My dad, he owns a business, which is a gravel business, Kirby and Kirby. And also Parks and Rec because I love being outdoors. I love working. I actually did a project in high school where I worked with the Parks and Rec, and I really enjoyed those guys. They were really cool, and I really liked them. And also, my project relates to those areas of emphasis because of how business and Parks and Recs come together and collide. My project that I was doing was boat ramps, and I was wanting to do a playground at Derrick's Lake, and I have contacted the Parks and Rec and Derrick's Lake's the Corps of Engineer, and they're related to Parks and Rec. They actually work for the government, like in Parks and Recreation. And I was wanting to contacted them first because they own the land and everything, and I was wanting to put in new boat ramps at Derrick's Lake and a playground. Therefore, I called them and got it cleared with them because the boat ramps were falling apart and they were cracked, and it was awful. And I actually was backing my boat in one day, and my truck like fell apart on the ground due to the boat ramps being in that bad of shape. And everybody, I'm very associated with young kids. I teach Pee Wee football, and I talk to them, and they like taking their kids to the lake and everything. And the playgrounds were disastrous. The lake gets up each year, and where the playgrounds are located are in a flooded place, and so the bolts on the playground get really rustic, and it's just not good. It's not safe for the kids to be there. That's why I've talked to a lot of parents in our community, and they don't want their kids pertaining to anything to do with the Parks and Recs there, because it's pointless. Like, your kid's going to get hurt, and then that's going to sue the Parks and Rec, which hurts the government and everything else. So I contacted them about this, and they agreed that they needed to do something about it. And anyway, I got a hold of them, and I got it cleared through them, and they were going to get it cleared through the government, in which they did. So then we moved on to the government part of things, and which I got the money for the loans to do these boat ramps and these playgrounds. And I contacted my dad and his partner in the business in which they own, which is a gravel business. So therefore we laid out the dirt work and everything. So they come in and they brought us gravel, and I actually I worked for my dad, so I pertained to the project by spreading the gravel down the boat ramp, and I think it took 12 loads of gravel to do this. And then we capped it with Class 7 rock from Hatton, which made it very sturdy and firm, and we let it rain on it and set up, and it was really nice. And then I contacted Smith's Ready Mix in Hope, Arkansas, and those guys actually came up there, and we got that taken care of. I think one boat ramp costs around $40,000 for everything, labor, material, and everything. And that included the business on the boat ramp, which I got. I talked to each one and built relationships up with every project and every company to get them all together to join me in this project of fixing the boat ramps. And Smith's Ready Mix, they poured the concrete slab all the way up and got all of it slicked up really good, and They even put rivets in it, so if it snows and you want to launch your boat, or if it's raining, two-wheel drive pickups, they can come up at it very easy. And also, that included 3 boat ramps at Derricks Lake. So that whole project was around, I think it was $136,000 altogether to do those boat ramps at that particular lake, which was really great. I had a lot of people come to me and ask me about, well, we appreciate, you know, what you did for us and the lake and the Corps and the community, and I think it really bettered the Parks and Rec area, because I know that area don't get a lot of focus, and I think it made that a lot better. And the playgrounds, we actually moved the playgrounds out. We were able to use some of the equipment that was left at the old playgrounds, but we relocated 4 playgrounds on Derricks Lake by the campsites. We actually relocated them to a different place and put it out where it couldn't get, where it was out of the flood zones. So we did that, and also we put in swing sets. I think we did new seats on the swing sets, and also we got the pea gravel hauled in there, and we replaced all the bolts in the playground so it will not rust for quite a while, and it should be really good. And I actually took my girlfriend's brothers and sisters up there this past weekend, and we swung at the lake and did all sorts of activities around the playgrounds. But I think that those 4 playgrounds were approximately like $20,000, so it was really cheap. It wasn't as big of a project as the boat ramp, but I did, and I didn't require many contractors because I did it. I had a bunch of drills at my house, and I got a government loan through the Corps for that also, and so it wasn't a whole lot of money. It was just a lot of effort. But 2 things I took away from this project. One was it really increased people to become more of a it really increased the participation around the Parks and Rec areas, and it also these local businesses saw that my capability of doing this project, and they saw the capabilities of me doing this project, and how I got it all together in such a short period of time, which was around a year. But it took that long, and they saw that, and I think that's going to build up several opportunities, and it should build me a really good future for my future in the business world, at least. And the Parks and Rec, I made a lot of friends doing this project, and we worked together with each other, and I think they actually offered me a job working with the Parks and Recs in that area. But if I wanted to stick around here close, but I'm wanting to go off and do much other things. But a couple people who helped me during this project was my family, of course, my friends, and Trey Shelton at the Parks and Rec and Derricks. He helped me tremendously. He helped me get all the loans together and all of that, and he helped me direct me to contractors in which they've worked with before that did a great job, and he helped me do all sorts of other little things, and he actually come out there and check on me when I was working by myself on this project. And I also want to thank my dad for helping me get all the gravel and everything there, and Smith's Ready Mix, and they really helped me a lot. But for my future, I think that the future of this project, even though it's over, it will become decades and decades of great boat ramps and great playgrounds for future kids. And one day I can see myself doing this again and making it better for all the future generations out there. Thank you.